guys, and welcome back to the channel. I know it has been such a long time, and as you can see I'm in a different setup now. We have moved the office desk into our bedroom, so that is currently where I am now. I just wanted to do this video as I haven't been on YouTube for such a long time now. I think it's actually been over 2 months, but I just wanted to do one with the current situation that's going on in the world, just to see how you all are, how you're all getting on during the pandemic, and also to just give you some little updates of what's been going on in my life. So let's get on with the video and I'll update you on everything that's been going on. But first of all, before I do update you on, if you are new here, then hi, my name's Amy. I'm 27 years old. I am a mummy to Eva and I live with my partner Sean. This channel is all about mummy life, vlogs, weight loss, and lots of things in between, just everyday life really. So I would love to have you here on my channel, so if you could hit the subscribe button for me, that would be absolutely amazing, and join my little team over here on the channel. Now I've done my little intro for you guys, let's get updated. So the first update I want to do is one that everybody has been itching to know. I say everybody, I'm making out popular. Quite a few people have messaged me and asked me this question, and if you follow me on Instagram then you'll know the reasons why. But I just want to update you all, the people that follow me on the weight loss journey, the Cambridge journey, the reason why I have actually stopped doing Cambridge. Okay, so I started back in November on the Cambridge diet, and by January I had lost a whopping 2 stone. So yeah, it worked amazing for me and I will definitely be going back on it in the future. But for me now was the right time to stop being on the diet, because we are expecting baby number 2. So that is the reason why there's been no updates to do with the diet, as I did updates before every few weeks. But that is the reason why, just because yeah, we're expecting baby number 2. I was actually still doing my diet towards the end of January, start of February, when I was actually pregnant and I didn't realise, and it did make me feel really poorly until obviously I found out that I was pregnant, and then I was like, oh gosh. But my consultant did warn me that it does make you super fertile being on that diet, so obviously that worked for us. But yeah, so we're expecting baby number 2. I am currently 18 weeks today. Today's Saturday the 23rd of May. So I am currently 18 weeks pregnant at the moment. And yeah, I've had quite a few questions about how pregnancy has been during the pandemic, so I'm going to go through that with you. But I just wanted to update you all and say that is probably why I've now got a rounder, chubbier face, and I do look a bit like I've put a bit of weight on, because I obviously have. People have also asked how I've maintained the weight, well, tried to maintain the weight with being pregnant, because obviously I've announced on Instagram that I am pregnant, and I announced at 16 weeks. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, follow my journey, then I'll leave the link here for you, and it will also be down below in the description. But I've just been trying to eat healthier, make healthier choices, and just things like that. Like with snacking, I would usually, obviously before I was on Cambridge, I would usually go for a packet of crisps or like a muffin or just something that wasn't really very good for me. Whereas now I will have like a fruit bowl or fruit and yogurt or an apple or something like that, so that, you know, my baby is getting the nutrients. And that's all I think about in my head, is although I'm trying to not put as much weight on as what I did with Eva, I put on a whopping 4 stone, that I do want to eat well, not just for myself to not put weight on, but for the baby as well. Because you've just got to think in your head, if you're eating crap all the time, then your baby's not going to get any nutrients from that food. So the food that you are eating, your baby wants to take nutrients from. And obviously if you're eating lots of greens, lots of fruits, lots of things that are good for you, lots of protein, then your baby can get a lot of those nutrients. So that's how I'm thinking about it in my head at the moment. So yeah, so I'm just trying to eat better. I do keep track of my weight. I know it's silly when you're pregnant, but I do keep track, because I just think sometimes, like, me and Sean will have a splurge of like not eating great and snacking and things like that, especially when we're home together, which at the moment obviously we've been home together quite a bit. So I just try and maybe if I stand on the scales and think, oh, like I've put on quite like 4 pounds there since the last time I weighed, I just think, oh, I'll just rein myself back in a little bit and try and, you know, eat healthy. But it is hard when you're pregnant because you crave all the foods that you shouldn't really have. And I just think it's because as well, like, I don't know why, but you just want it, don't you? You just want the food, all the food. That's my update with Cambridge. Obviously I'm not on it at the moment, but when I have had baby and I am planning on breastfeeding, so obviously I will still be eating normal food. When I stop breastfeeding, whenever that will be, whenever we're ready, maybe it might not work from the beginning, who knows, then I will definitely be returning to Cambridge to get rid of that excess weight, to get back on track to where I was before I got pregnant, and then to lose the weight to get to my goal. So that is the plan in the pipeline. So now I'm going to talk about my pregnancy during the pandemic. So obviously if you were just here for the Cambridge part of the video and things like that, feel free to skip this part, as I know like some people aren't really interested in this kind of thing. But for those of you who have asked me what it's been like, then I'm going to tell you. So pregnancy during the pandemic has been a lot different to my first pregnancy with Eva. Obviously that was 2.5 years ago, so it's going to be a lot different. Regarding midwife appointments and going to hospital and scans and things like that, so for my first midwife appointment was back in March, so just before the lockdown, and I still had to go on my own. So I went to my first midwife appointment on my own to go and have my bloods done and all the usual that you have done when you go to your first midwife appointment. My 12-week scan, I then had to go to my scan, unfortunately, on my own, which was scary in itself because I had to go to the hospital and I get a bit of anxiety about this whole, you know, and it was very much when coronavirus was really, really bad. So I was a bit like, oh my gosh, I've got to go into the hospital, like, you know, but they made me feel so safe. They were all kitted out, and obviously it does look scary, but you just think you're in the best place possible. Looked so clean. They had security on the door, which he actually stopped me and asked me if I had an appointment. And luckily I took my letter with me because he said to me, do you have a letter or like an appointment card? So I showed him that. Not that I would know why you'd want to go to the hospital if you didn't have an appointment at times like this, but anyway, it just shows that they're not letting anyone past those doors that doesn't have an appointment, so that is good. Yeah, everything was clean. There was sanitizer everywhere. There was signs everywhere saying wash your hands. Everyone was kitted out. There was hardly anyone in the waiting room because they're trying to minimise appointments. They had all the seating out, and obviously in ours there's like a row of 4 seats that are joined together, so they couldn't split them up, but they marked them off so no one could sit there, so they would have a row of 4 and there would only be 1 seat free to sit on. I think there was me and 2 other women in the waiting room. That was it. We didn't wait long at all. I was in there, wait for about 5 minutes. I was straight in. Did my scan. Everything was fine, thank goodness. And yeah, and then I came out, and then yeah, she made me wait outside while she did my notes, and then she brought my notes out to me. So that's how it went down there. And then obviously I left the hospital straight away because I just wanted to get out there. And then after that I had a 12-week midwife appointment as well, but that was done over the phone. So your green notes that you get from your midwife, usually your midwife fills it all out with you, comes to do a home visit and will fill it all out with you. With me, I had to fill it all out myself, which was, yeah, an insight into what they actually write and things like that in there. And yeah, and then my next appointment I had with my midwife, and I actually went to see her because she had to take some bloods from me again and a wee sample. So I went and saw her yet again. She was all kitted out. The appointment was so quick, like literally like that. No standing around or anything. And then after that I had to go to another hospital called Kidderminster because they were trying to minimise the risk to pregnant women going to Worcester Hospital, so they had moved all appointments to Kidderminster due to there was more people in Worcester Hospital with coronavirus than they thought that there would be. So they were blocking departments off, and one of the departments that they had blocked off was one of the maternity wards. So they didn't want pregnant women going in and out of the hospital, trying to minimise risk. So they'd moved the appointments from that hospital to a different hospital, Kidderminster, which I was quite glad because Kidderminster used to be a private hospital and it was very nice and posh for me to go in and see, and it was lovely. And the staff there were absolutely brilliant, so lovely. The midwife that I had was absolutely lovely. Listened to baby's heartbeat. Yet again, had to go on my own. So all my appointments up until now have been on my own. And then I just had my anti-D bloods taken there. Listened to baby's heartbeat, everything was fine. For those of you who loves old wives' tales, her heartbeat, I say her, like her, it would indicate a girl, but we don't know yet. The heartbeat was 145, wavering between 145 and 150. So that would indicate a girl, but we don't know yet. So yeah, leave in the comments what you think we could be having. And yeah, and that's it up until now. Obviously, it's been completely different. I haven't bought anything for baby yet. People keep saying to me, why have you not bought anything? But I just used to love, when I was pregnant with Eva, going around the shop, looking at clothes and then buying them, whereas I feel like that's kind of been taken away from me. But the hardest part about being pregnant during this pandemic is obviously Sean not being able to come with me to anything. And I would have liked Eva to come to the scan with us as well, to see baby, because she knows that there's a baby in my tummy, but she also thinks there's a baby in her tummy. And I don't think she truly understands. Like, she loves looking at the scan pictures and everything, but I think it would have been really, really nice for her to come with us to the scan, and obviously for Sean to come, because then it kind of makes him feel more involved, doesn't it, and things. So that would have been really, really nice, but unfortunately I can't do that. But I'm just trying to stay positive thinking. I'm due in October the 22nd. So I'm hoping by then things will have cleared up a little bit and Sean will be allowed in the whole birth with me instead of just the actual birth part. He will be there with my labour and everything, hopefully. So that's what I'm aiming towards. But I'm just trying to think positively at the moment. My family's safe, I'm safe, my baby's fine, and that's all that matters. So that's what I'm trying to stay positive on. But yeah, that's pretty much all the updates I have. I'm currently furloughed at the moment. Eva is obviously at home with me because she's not going to nursery because I'm furloughed. And Sean is still working, bless him. So clapping for them key workers, clap for Sean because he's still working, bless him. He's doing a lot of hours. Today he's actually working 8 till 8 tomorrow, so he's doing a 24-hour shift and sleeping in where he works. So that's us really, but I just wanted to update you all because I've had people, for you guys that don't follow me on Instagram and things like that, I've had people asking about next updates and to do with Cambridge and obviously things like that, and I don't want to let you sit there thinking that there's going to be another one, so I just wanted to update you all. I want to tell you that obviously we're expecting baby number 2 and we're really, really excited. And yeah, so just wanted to update you all and everything. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I am going to start getting back into things and filming, and I hope that you guys are all well, that you're all keeping safe, that all your families are doing really well, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be out of this pandemic soon. I don't think we'll be out of the pandemic soon, but I'm hoping that the ease will ease off soon and we can start seeing family and friends and things properly. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and let me know if you think we're having a boy or girl in the comments below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!